How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, aka Ruby T. Today it's VBA time again. It's week 7, and right now we're going pretty well. We are 6-0. This week we're taking on the Kung Fu Urshifu. We've done a bit of practice this week, a bit of testing, and in honesty, this is tough. Not a lot has worked. It's been really hard. Not really got anywhere very good, and last night stayed up really late trying to just come up with any idea whatsoever, and I think I may have got something. So basically the rough plan is this: we're probably going to lose game 1, except we're going to lose game 1 and gain information. Is the grass berry on the Swampert? Is the berry on the Swampert? If it is, that's fine, we'll stick with our original this plan. If it's not, we've got grass knot on Tornadus and we've got wood hammer on Mimikyu. I finally chose the Mimikyu set, boys and girls. You can believe it. There we go. So basically the rough plan is this. We've got plan A is Tornadus lead with Barbaracle. Okay. Barbaracle max rock, unless Tornadus is really bulky, KOs Thunderous, sorry. Unless Thunderous is really bulky, KOs Thunderous all the time with the Hardstone. So that's plan 1. Get rid of Thunderous and then assess the implications of doing that, because if Swampert maxes, we're in trouble. But then have Mimikyu in the back with Woodhammer and Whiscash in the back with Liquidation to be able to deal some decent damage to the Swampert afterwards, and then also deal with Marowak and Porygon. Plan 2 is Focus Sash, Fake Out, Helping Hand, Togedemaru, and then try and get some big damage with a Max Grass with Helping Hand from Togedemaru to deal damage to the Swampert that way. But the most important thing is we need to find out information, right? We need to get information from we need to find out whether or not the berry is on the Thunderous. I keep saying Tornadus and Thunderous mixed up. He's got Thunderous, we've got Tornadus. Find out if the berry is on the Swampert and find out which Thunderous it is. Is it physical Defiant Thunderous, or is it Prankster Annoying Thunderous? My guess is this week it's going to be Defiant, but I don't know. No one knows yet because we haven't played the match, but we'll see. To finish up the team, we've got a Guavberry, Nasty Plot, Rotom. If we're bringing the Fake Out option and we can get a Nasty Plot up in the Rotom, it does a lot of work. And the Choice Band Whiscash has become a bit of a staple Whiscash on this team. It's pretty cool. Important sets here: the 12 speed of a Barbaracle helps it outspeed everything under Tailwind and survive a good amount of hits. What it means is if you use the Duraludon, which we haven't really prepped for too much, it does with 244 HP, 12 speed with outspeed Duraludon, and then we'll also be able to hit it with a couple of Max Quakes. We should then take 3 attacks from Max Special Attack with Duraludon into Barbaracle when maxed. So there we go. Not sure how I'm going to get on. Hopefully it'll go alright, and I'll see you just after the battle. Alright, so it looks like he's going to decide the rules, which is fun. Okay, got that suit on. We got our team. And we got our battle music on round, which is all that good stuff that we need to hopefully bring home a W. We'll see. We will see. Like I said, I'm not very confident this week. Not really very confident at all. There we go. I'm just going to message him and say good luck, have fun. Let's see who he's brought. Okay, so it is... Okay, who did he not bring? Duraludon. Okay, so he's got the Mandibuds instead of the Duraludon. I don't think this changes what we're going to do. If anything, it might actually help us. I'm not sure yet. So we're going to leave Barbaracle Tornadus because that was the plan with Mimikyu and Whiscash in the back. Hoping maybe if there's no HP investment on the Thunderous, like I say, we will OHKO it anyway, regardless of whether or not it maxes, which is great. The big worry is Swampert or Hard Trick Room or Riolu stuff. There's just so much you can do, but I think we're just going to stick with our plan. Hope it goes okay. I mean, I'm kind of hoping the threat of the Togedemaru will be enough to keep Thunderous from launching electric moves if that comes into play at all. And we need to find out the item on the Swampert as well. Because if the item on the Swampert is not the Rindo Berry, then we are pretty fine to start whacking into that as well. with Mimikyu or with Tornadus, so we'll see. He's going close to the line here with his team selection. I don't know if he got in there or whether he timed out or not. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Good luck to the Urshifu's. Really cool league card. That's really nice. That's very cool. Alright, what's the lead? Let's Marowak and Swampert. Okay. Alright. I still don't think this changes what we're going to do. I think we're going to leave the Swampert for now. We're going to go into the Marowak with the Rockfall. In case he switches out, we can catch anything on the switch in, and we're going to go for a Tailwind. And that way I think he shouldn't be able to KO Tornadus. I don't know the actual calc here, if he maxes the Marowak. I don't know what the calc is damage-wise, whether we actually take a clean KO or not. I don't know, because Marowak is very, very bulky. This is definitely not a lead I prepped for, not one I expected. What was it? It's very interesting. I guess, would I be okay with Max Marowak? Okay, he withdraws a Marowak into the Mandibuzz. Right, okay. So, maybe baiting a ground move. We max first, which means we're either the only one maxing or past Swampert, which means we have no speed investment. We're on about 90 speed. I should probably know that. That would be pretty helpful. Alrighty, so Barbaracle goes big. We added a bit of bulk to Barbaracle last minute. Okay, he is maxing the Swampert. Right, that's fine. That is okay. Good thing we didn't Grass Knot into it, because Grass Knot doesn't work on Dynamax Pokemon. I wonder who he's going to target, that's my big question. Who is he targeting with the Swampert? Who is his fourth Pokemon in this scenario? Okay, so we get the Tailwind off. It's very nice. I would think this KOs Mandibuzz. I know Mandibuzz is bulky, but without Dynamax, I would think this surely KOs the Mandibuzz. Yeah, really. I don't think he can KO Torn. Max Ice Punch will KO Torn, actually, that's true. That's pretty cool. If he does, Torn's kind of done his job now. So, okay, he Quakes into the Barbaracle. Unless he crits, this shouldn't KO us either. Yeah, nice. Okay. That's good. His special defense raises, which probably won't be too relevant unless he starts especially into it, which I'm not planning on doing. Okay, so he goes back into the Marowak again. I think here we can just target the Marowak. He might protect it, but if we get a... Yeah, he might protect it, that's true. Unless we max guard with Barbaracle and taunt into the Marowak, baiting out a protect, then he could just take out the taunt. I kind of feel like the best mode here is probably full offense. As long as we can get the Mimikyu in, because we want to get the Mimikyu in on the Swampert when it's small. So let's max guard. Let's not lose Barbaracle just yet, and let's go for Air Slash into the Marowak. I'm predicting a Marowak Protect here, or Protect. I'm sure you have to, right? Because you're not just going to lose it. Yeah, okay, fine. So hopefully this will then come into Barbaracle. No, okay, so we take that taunt. Alright, well, that's okay. We can deal with that. It does take out taunt clean. That's alright. Because our Pokemon in the back should outspeed. Anyway, if we're outspeeding his Swampert already, that's a shame though. We could have got some free damage in on the Swampert there, but hey, what can we do? We are now faster. So if we come into Mimikyu here, we'll save the Whiscash for the back with the Choice Band so that we can make sure we set the correct move. We will reveal Woodhammer here. I think that's the only way to. That's the only way to do it. We'll also find out the item on this one, hopefully. So We'll get a big rock fall into the Marowak, which means we should take out the Marowak. It might switch into a Porygon or something, I'm not sure. Okay, it is Rinder Berry. It's fine. Still does an awful lot of damage though, doesn't it? Which is really nice. And then we'll take out the Marowak here. Should be a clean KO. I'm guessing, based on his team comp, has he got the Porygon in the back? Sam goes back up. Who does he KO here? He's going to take out somebody. I'm guessing he's going to go into the Barbarian. Yeah. Sure he's not. The fine Barbarian has done its job so far. We know we can KO Swampert here. Crit did not matter one bit. We know we can KO Swampert. It all depends on what he's got in the back as to whether or not we can finish this match off. My worry is it's probably going to be the Porygon, which is not good, because Porygon is so strong. Porygon is ridiculously strong. Okay, it's Thunderous. Okay, so, alright. In practice, my partner did not run Protect on the Swampert. I'm not sure if he's been running Protect on the Swampert. What do we want over the course of time? Probably Rock Slide is better to deal with this Thunderous. It may have Grass Knot. If it does, at least we'll learn that now. Are we still under Tailwind here? Yeah, we are. Okay, so this is a tough decision. This is a really tough decision. Stone Edge will KO it 100% of the time, but if it misses, then we're screwed. Okay, we're going to Rock Slide, and we're going to hammer this one, but that was close. Okay, Thunderous protects. That's interesting. Will the Swampert protect as well? Yeah. Okay, so that's very bad. We've probably lost this game now. All right. How do we not lose this game from here? Is there a way we don't lose this game? No, I don't think there is. Oh, we'll still have to be the Swampert, so I just don't. I mean, the Thunderous is surely going to have Grass Knot, right? Like, Thunderous has got to have Grass Knot. Thunderous uses Fly. Okay. Well, then that's really good. Because this will take out the Swampert. And then we should be able to KO the Thunderous from here. I guess he didn't run Grass Knot. Or if he did, he didn't want to reveal it right away. Okay. Now we just got to hope for our Rock Slides to land. And if he goes into Mimikyu, the Disguise Breaking will KO us, so let's hope we land a Rock Slide. Or he doesn't go into us. Let's find out. Let's find out. Who are you going into here? Into the Whiscash? Okay, we take that. So he's physical Thunderous, which is good to know. We need to land this Rock Slide still. Oh, okay, we don't. Good. Oh, it's a crit. I don't know if that mattered or not, because if he's physical Thunderous, that means he's definitely not going to have speed investment. Because you can, he's definitely not going to have HP investment because you're going to go max attack at speed. Okay, so this is good to know. This is good info to have. So yeah, I'll take his lead card. I'm just going to message GG. Good luck and have fun for the game too. I'm just trying to think, should I switch up my lead here? I don't know. Should I switch up my lead? No, he's got the Rinder Berry. I imagine some Porygon stuff's going to come out, which is why we have to lead Tornadus, because otherwise we're just screwed. I should have taken some more time there, really. Okay, so he's physical Thunderous, which is kind of what we planned for. Can we, with Barbaracle, do enough damage to... it's just tough. It's a really tough decision. Because I don't want to get swept by physical taunt Dynamaxing, so we're going to go to the same lead again. I think we're going to bring the same stuff in the back, because there's the chance he doesn't bring Swamp. And as usual, in the VBA, if we win game 1, we don't switch to game 2. But we'll see. Man, that was close. That was definitely close. I mean, we were counting on a Rock Slide. We were counting on a Rock Slide hit if Mimikyu didn't care. Now we know he doesn't have Grass Knot. We're probably better using Liquidation there. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Good luck. Have fun game 2. And let's see how we go. I still don't think we've got a good matchup at all here. I really, really don't. This is so hard. I don't know what we're going to do. Swampert and Riolu. Okay. Alright. So, we need to find out this item on this Riolu as well. In this instance, what we're going to do is we are going to... What are we going to do? We're going to pivot out to Mimikyu. Yes. Taunt the Riolu, predicting the coaching and the match Swampert. That way, when we come back in, we might be able to use a double grass move into the Swampert to deal with him. Let's see, might be really wrong. This also could go horribly wrong. Let's find out. Okay, he is going to match the Swampert, which is kind of what we expected. That's definitely what we expected. Let's hope he doesn't have Mental Herb on Riolu, but if he doesn't have Mental Herb, then we will know it is not Focus. So, Taunt Riolu. Does he have Mental Herb? No, he can't use coaching. So he goes to the Max Hailstorm, which goes into Tornadus, which is obviously not good. You lose Torn, but you protect from the coaching stuff. So that's pretty good. Now we know who he's maxing. We can go for our Max Grass into this Swampert, because that's going to do huge damage. Even though he's Rindo Berry, we know he's Rindo Berry. We also know Barbaracle is faster. So do we need... Oh, we've also lost our speed control, which is not great. Okay. Is there a chance that Max Mimikyu is the right thing to do here? Is that possible? Is that possibly the right thing to do? In Max Overgrowth the Swampert, is that going to do enough? I don't know. It's not going to. Well, it's not going to KO it. That's for sure. But it means we don't take any recoil. And does that plus Liquidation? Maybe that's enough. This is so hard. I don't really know what to do. Maybe that plus Liquidation plus Hail is enough. Let's find out. Oh man, this is bad. This is really bad too. Because whilst it's okay to lose Torn because it's its job in getting the Riolu down with coaching, we now lose all of our speed control, which is really, really important. Because Riolu can switch out and then the coaching onto the... Well, it could switch out. Riolu has no moves left, so Riolu's going to struggle into Barbaracle. Okay, so he's going to target Barbaracle here. That's kind of expected, I guess. Proc the Rindo Berry. This does mean, however, if he leaves the Mimikyu alone, we keep our Disguise. This should do like 70%. Yeah, so Liquidation is probably not going to be enough. But we have got Tough Claws, so it might just do a good chunk. We'll see. We shall see. Liquidation does. Oh, so close. Oh my word, that's so close. Who's he quaking into? Into Mimikyu. Okay. Right then. That changes things very slightly. because now he is going to get KO'd by his own hail. His Riolu's special defense has risen, but that doesn't mean much. I think if he takes out Barbarical there, we'd probably lose. We'd probably lose anyway, but yeah, that hail should take him out, right? And Mimikyu's max HP, so even if he comes in and starts swinging at Mimikyu with something else, we should probably have enough to take it out. I am wary of the Riolu because I don't want to let the taunt wear off on it and then it starts coaching Thunderous when it comes in or some BS like that. Let's find out. He still hasn't used Porygon. I guess he could bring in Porygon now because Tornadus is gone if he brought it. If he does, that's probably bad. Yeah, that is bad. Okay. Oh man, it's going to go to Barbarical. It's going to get special attack raise. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so I had considered for quite a while running Taunt on Barbarical, but I did not. So yeah, that's where we are. We can take out Riolu here. How many turns of Taunt is left on Riolu? Does it tell me? 1. So we need to take it out so it can't start boosting other stuff. Okay, let's take out Riolu because that thing will just go down. And then I guess we need to start hitting into this Porygon really, but I don't know how much use that's going to be for us because it's bulky as anything. Riolu has no moves left, so it struggles again. So we're going to take out a Riolu. Mimikyu moves before Barbarical, so the Ghost move will lower his defense, will lower Porygon's defense. So that's obviously nice. Which means Liquidation will do a little bit more damage, but here's a secret, not enough, because Porygon is like the bulkiest thing that's ever existed. Well, that does a decent chunk. Oh, yeah, Ice Beams. What's in the back? It must be Thunderous then. That surely has to be Thunderous. Which, that does change things a bit, because if it's Thunderous in the back, I mean, obviously right now I'd love to see. Does anyone know what I'd love to see? I don't. I feel like if he Trick Rooms there, but then it must be Thunderous, right? Okay, so do we make a read here and try and take out the Thunderous? Does Thunderous take out Mimikyu? Can Thunderous kill Mimikyu from here? We are quite bulky. Ah, God, what? Let's Phantasm the Thunderous, and then Liquidation the Porygon. Because if we protect and he doubles the Mimikyu, then we get nothing out of this turn. Whereas this could do us a good favour. Or do we double it? Yeah. Because Thunderous can't do much to to what's it called, Wild Charge that shouldn't KO us. Excellent. That's great. That's such good news. Okay, so Mimikyu should now KO Thunderous. Please KO Thunderous. Thanks, Mimikyu. You're the best. Mimikyu KOs Thunderous, which means I think we win. Which means, if we do win, the time that I spent sitting up last night trying to work out how to win will be worth it. We did win. All right. Amazing. Thank you so much to the Kung Fu Urshifu for the games. Really enjoyed them. Definitely the toughest week so far in terms of prep, and literally had no idea what to do. So I'm just going to assume good games now, and I will catch you guys in just a few minutes. Bye bye. Hey guys, welcome back. Looks like we managed to pick up the win in the end, which is really nice. A big thanks to the Urshifus for the game today. That was close. That was tight. Like, that was so fiercely close. It's unbelievable. But we managed to pick up the win. We go to 7-0, which is absolutely amazing. That means we are guaranteed to qualify now, I think. There's 7, 8, 9, 10. Not everyone can win 4 matches, so even if I were to lose my remaining 3 and go 7-3, I'm pretty sure that guarantees me qualification for the playoffs, which is absolutely brilliant. We've done it in the quickest possible time. Played Not brilliant all the time, but well enough to qualify. So yeah, that's really sweet. The match was exactly as I thought. Although we didn't lose game 1, we did use it to gain our information. So we knew that the berry was on the Swampert. We found out that it was physical defiant Thundurus, or at least it was physical Thundurus, and we learned a few other bits and bobs. Important things that happened. There were some really important bits, even though it looked bad for me game 2. And in hindsight, would I have done anything different? Obviously not, because we won. But would I have done anything different game 2? No, because obviously we won. But it was so important that we got the taunt down on that Riolu, because if we'd have let him start boosting, we'd have been absolutely screwed. There'd have been nothing we could have done at all. And it's really important to deal with that. Riolu's one of those Pokemon that you kind of maybe overlook sometimes because it doesn't do a lot. But it played into our hands that we got the taunt off on it, even though we lost Tornadus and Speed Control that early. So yeah, what can we say? We also didn't bring Togedemaru or Rotom. Whiscash once again for the millionth week in a row putting in work. This week's spread on the Whiscash was again to make it a little bit bulky, rather than just go for all out speed, and I mean as much as you can go for all out speed with Whiscash. But it meant that we did hang on with off of the fly from the Thundurus in game 1. It just gave us that little bit of a buffer. We didn't need to worry about Rock-Slide misses in the end, which was nice. But yeah, I think the Mimikyu was probably the MVP of this matchup, really. Just such a great Pokemon. So glad I drafted it. I really, really am, because it just does so much. Like 90 base attack. Alright, it's not the best in the world, but fully invested with a Life Orb, it does a lot of damage. Usually I've been running it kind of like half Trick Room, half like Swords Dance, and then a couple of attacks and stuff. So, but today it really came in clutch, and it's naturally quite fast. It's naturally kind of bulky once you invest in HP. It's got the disguise ability. It's just absolutely insanely good. This thing, it's so good, and it's carried us more than once this year, which is awesome. Poor Tornadus, after taking his KO a couple of weeks ago, is back to just getting wiped out by stuff, but that's fine. In hindsight, obviously, with Tornadus, what I would have probably done is invested fully in HP because we didn't attack with it, but we needed that little 100 on the Grass Knot in case if there wasn't a Rindo Berry on the Swampert, then Grass Knot would have still KO'd. Barbaracle, again, really, really good for us this week. The spread worked perfectly, everything about it worked perfectly. So yeah, I'm really, really, really pleased with how that's all gone. Okay, next few weeks are going to be super tough. I can't remember the exact order. I think it's the Clovers, then the Feraligators, then the H-Town Houndoons. All of these guys are up near the top of the table, all got positive records. The H-Town Houndoons are 5-1. The Clovers are 4-2, I think. And if they both win this week, then they're obviously going to put pressure on us for top spot. And whilst top spot doesn't matter because we go into the playoffs after this, we want top spot because obviously it'll give us the best chance in the playoffs, and also because, pride and stuff. You want to be top. But I'm very, very wary of their teams. I know the Houndoons are playing the Pittsburgh Steel Types this week, who have got a really good team, and obviously I know Rhett's a good coach. The Feraligators and the Clovers must be playing each other sometime soon as well. I think that might be this week too, which is going to be really good because I know both those guys, through their recordings, they're very good players. Very different teams, but very, very. It's going to be a tight one, I think. I can't wait to see how the Dreadnought Sandaconda matchup's going to work, because that could be awesome. That could be so much fun. A real shoot off. And normally the Clovers have that kind of the Parasong element to what they do, but I wonder if it's just going to be an all-out slog this week. It's going to be fantastic to watch. And Beantown Binacles as well, the other team up there with a really good record. They won this week due to the bye that we had a few weeks back. So they're up there with a really strong record. Everybody's really, really closing in on those top spots now. And I think the fight for like 6, 7, 8 in this league is going to be massive. It's going to be really, really big. Going to go right down to the wire. I don't know if we'll have it. Depending on what the result is today, we might have a say in what happens because of our matchups coming up. But hey, either way, I can't wait to see what happens on other people's videos. I'll be watching them all and keeping an eye out. And then it'll be time to start prepping for next week. So yeah, it's it's definitely going to be an interesting end to this season. 3 weeks to go, and I mean, I don't think for a minute we'll be able to pull it off. But if we were able to go 10-0, that would be so good. That would be incredible. Actually, I'd be so pleased. But I kind of doubt it because it's just pretty rare to do that well. So. We also drafted in Miltank, by the way. That's the other thing I was going to say. We didn't bring Miltank this week, but I've drafted it in for a couple of reasons. One, I drafted Drapion for the Tangela because the Tangela wasn't doing too much. It could have been useful in Chlorophyll, it could have been alright as Rage Powder, but it just never came up as a viable option. It just got KO'd too easily, even with Eviolite. It just got KO'd too easily. I found myself wanting to put like 3 or 4 items on it all the time, and obviously you can't do that. So, drafted in Drapion. Drapion never quite worked for me. It didn't quite do enough damage, or it didn't quite tank enough hits. I think Dynamax Drapion would be fine, but it then meant I couldn't Dynamax something else. So we got rid of Drapion, drafted in Miltank. Miltank gets great abilities. It's also got Sapsipper, which is really good considering we have 2 Pokemon. I mean, today we've got 2 Pokemon that are double weak to grass, so it's a really nice switch in for that. It makes people think a bit more. It's got a really wide move pool. It's got like everything from really offensive physical moves to like Icy Wind. It's got some tech moves on it. It's got recovery. It's just a really cool Pokemon. It's got bulking item moves and stuff. You know, you can whack like different items on there. You can do so much. So I'm hoping that when we get to playoffs, Miltank becomes a kind of surprise package Pokemon for my opponents. You know, they've not seen it before. It could do a million different things, and so I'm really hoping that will come good for us. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I think I've probably rambled on for long enough. It should give enough time that the game 2 isn't obvious as a result. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and like the video if you haven't already, and I'll catch you soon with some more Nuzlockes, or if you just like the VBA stuff, I'll be back next week. Bye bye.